Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about the problem with stochastic gradient descent in neural networks. In our first classes of machine learning, we clearly discussed about stochastic gradient descent, batch gradient descent, and gradient descent. So please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete deep learning concepts. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, we'll take some example and we'll refresh the concepts of stochastic, batch and gradient descent problems. Then we will understand what's the problem that we face in neural network. In our next classes, we discuss the solutions for these problems. Okay. So coming to today's class, the example which we consider here is, this is our example. We are using simple linear regression example. This is our data points. So what we do in our linear regression model, you can extend this concept to any model, not only for linear regression, multiple regression. So what we are doing in our linear regression model, so initially we are taking randomly selecting some weights. Weights mentions our equation of the line W1 and W0 values. So randomly selected this line and we keeps on updating the weights till we get the minimum loss. Means we are having a loss function and we are updating our weights till we get the minimum loss. That is what we are doing in linear regression model. In order to update our weights, what we are using, we can use gradient descent, we can use stochastic gradient descent, or we can use a batch gradient descent. So what happens if we use gradient descent? The gradient descent equation is W1 nu is equal to W1 old minus alpha into sigma I is equal to 1 to n dou L by dou W1. Means we are differentiating our loss function with respect to W1 and we are substituting our values, means our data points in. So this is what 1 to n means, n data points. We are substituting this value based on the value that we obtained, this differentiation value. Based on this, we are updating our W values. W1 old minus this new value will obtain based on the old W value. The same way in each iteration we are updating W1 new and W0 new. If you extend this concept to multiple regression, we are having, if your data set is 6-dimensional, then we are having 6 W's. So we have to adjust our hyperplane, that is giving a minimum loss. That is what we have done in our machine learning. So let's graphically take a look at this. Initially we selected this line. In the first iteration, if you update the W values, the next line we got is this one. In the third iteration, if you update is, the next line is this. In the next iteration, if you update the line, we got this line. That is how the W's are updating and we are getting the minimum loss. So what we are doing here is, the important point you have to understand is, based on all the data points we are updating this W values in gradient descent. That is what we have to understand. We are considering all the data points here. But coming to, so what's the advantages? Let's take a graphical look at about contours. In our last class when we discussed about contours, so the contours, the loss function which we used here is convex loss function, and the contours look like this. If you take our W values here, so the W values are moving in the direction, means the W's moving means the lines are moving, W's are moving in the direction towards the minimum loss. It is going directly towards the minimum loss. This is the minimum loss value in the contours point. If you take the W values here, our W's are moving directly towards the minimum point. This point you have to understand, this is directly moving towards the minimum point. So in the next step you will understand the advantage of gradient descent. It is converging fast. We will converge very quickly, but computationally cost. So why computationally cost? We have to substitute the derivative value for all the data points and we have to sum all the values. Then we have to consider that value. It is computationally costly. But coming to stochastic gradient descent or batch gradient descent, in our stochastic gradient descent we take point by point and update our weights. In our batch gradient descent we will take some mini batches, like 10 points a batch, 16 points a batch, like that. We will take a batch of points and we will update our gradient. Same equation we use it for batch of points. Let's understand how it will be. So if you are applying a batch gradient descent, initially we selected these W values, and based on, let's consider this, these 4 points becomes one batch, and next 4 points one batch, next 4 points one batch, like that we are taking 4 points as a batch. So we are taking this W values here, means initial values are W1 and W0 giving this line. Based on these 4 data points, if you update our W1 and W0 values, so we are updating our W's based on these 4 points, means W's moves in the direction of these points. So our W values comes here. In our next iteration, if you update our W values based on these 4 data points, what happens? Our line moves in this direction. Again, based on the values here, like this, it will take different direction, but finally it will come to convergence. But it will take different directions, this side, this side, this side, this side. This point you have to understand. It is taking different directions. Let's understand this in the contour plot. The contour plot, when we start the W values here, it is taking different directions. It is not directly moving towards the convergence, means minimum loss. It is taking this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, but finally it is coming to the minimum point. Here the convergence is slow, but computation is very easy, because we are taking only small amount of points, means 16 points, 10 points, 15 points, 20 points, like that, not taking all the data points at a time. Here the convergence is slow. This is the problem with the stochastic gradient descent. Let's extend this concept to neural networks. If we use stochastic gradient descent or batch gradient descent for neural networks, if you take a big neural network, means multiple layers and multiple neurons are there, how many W's will be there? In order to obtain the minimum loss, means if you want to update our W values till convergence, it will take a lot of time. But if you use gradient descent, convergence is speed, but it is computationally costly. So what we have to do here is, we have to follow stochastic gradient descent or batch gradient descent, but we have to improve our convergence speed. How to improve that convergence speed? That there are some techniques are there, we call them as optimizers. So all these techniques will be discussed in our coming classes, next classes. For that, the basics is this point, why we have to improve our convergence speed. That point you have to understand. We have to use stochastic gradient descent or batch gradient descent because of computation problem. Still we have to converge speed. How to change that equation, how we are converging fast, all these techniques will be discussed in our coming classes. So this is all about the problem with stochastic gradient descent. Hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.